Let's look at a problem where you know some of the test scores that have been earned so far in a class, and you want to figure out what you need to get on the final in order to earn your desired grade. So in this example, the student has earned a 73, a 74, a 78, and then a 73 on their 4 tests. However, the teacher is rating the final exam equivalent to 6 test scores. Well, they know that if they earn between a 70 and a 79 inclusive, they will get a C in the course. And so the question is, what do they need to get a final on the final in order to get a C in the class? So the first thing to know is that we're interested in getting a 70 to 79, and that is for our final grade. So for our final grade to be between 70 and 79 inclusive, you can kind of set it up like an inequality where you have the 70 has to be less than the final grade, which has to be less than 79. Except for the word inclusive implies that it can also be equal to either of those numbers, 70 or 79, and you'll still get a C. So you want or equals to when you see the word inclusive. So here you have the statement that your final grade basically means between 70 and 79 with less than or equal to in each of those spaces. Now, how do you calculate their final grade? Well, if you look at it, we're going to take these 4 scores and then we're going to average them out with the final score, except for that the final's worth 6 times as much as a normal test. So the way you can set up this is sort of like you normally do an average, which is you add up all of the scores and divide by how many scores. The difference though is, okay, what are you going to get on the final? Let's call the final grade that you're going to be getting, it's a big huge test, right? So let's say that we'll use the letter capital T for a big test to be the grade on the final. Because it's worth 6 times as much as a regular test, you don't just add the score from the final, but you have to multiply it by 6 to include the fact that it's like 6 tests. Okay, so right now I have add up all your test scores, but multiply the finals exam's test score by 6 because it's worth 6 times as many. And then, well, with a regular average, you would divide by how many tests. Okay, but we don't want to divide by 5 because 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 6 test scores from the final really means that overall it's like taking 10 tests. This final exam is just like 6 tests in one. So we really want to divide by 10. Okay, so that's how you would compute your average in the class. And you know you want that to be set between 70 and 79. So overall, oops, that's funny, not 78, but actually 79. This would be the inequality that you need to solve. Now to solve that, there's a couple things we can do at the beginning. First of all, we need to add all these numbers together. And while we're doing that, we could also get rid of fractions. We don't like fractions. So let's multiply both sides by 10. Both sides meaning actually all 3 parts in this case because it's a compound inequality. So what that would look like is you're going to multiply this by 10, this by 10, and this by 10. But while you're at it, also, we can be efficient and add up these numbers here. So overall, I get in my next step 700. It's less than or equal to, no, let 10s cancel. And those numbers in the 70s, if you put them in their calculator, they add up to 298. Plus 6t over, nope, not over 10 anymore. Yay, got rid of fractions. Is less than or equal to 790. And then at that point, well, it's just a matter of isolating t. which is here. So let's get rid of the 298 first by subtracting it from all three parts. And that gives you 402 is less than or equal to 6t, which is less than or equal to 492. And then lastly, you'd want to divide by 6 to get t. Okay, so since I'm sort of running out of space here, I'm going to move this way. 402 over 6 is 67, which is less than or equal to t, which is less than or equal to, and 492 over 6 is 82. So it's saying that if the person in this example scores anywhere between 67 and 82, inclusive, on their final exam, they will get a C in the class. Hope that helps, and have a great day.